Hi, my name's Natalie Garces.
Hi, my name is Beck Adelante.
Hi, my name's Candy Trin.
I think just starting is a hard part, right? We're just looking at that document and our names there, and talking about ourselves is really hard. But for me, I thought I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I wanted to see what did I actually write about myself and what is my narrative, and how can I tell the story in the light of these 5 themes, of the Husky 100.
Mm-hmm. I think using that as a lens or like a way into stuff can really help and can help kind of organize it. And it might seem like vague or intimidating or confusing, but if you find like an anchor point, like Kendi? Yeah, like Kendi said, it's if you have like a starting point when you transferred, because I did the same thing. I started when I transferred here, where you can start with like a critical point that you thought was really fun or exciting or transformative in some way. Like I picked a class trip, and after that, and it kind of, you pick a theme.
I told the story of how I came from Guam and, first generation, first one to go to college in the US, and how, like, a lot of my beliefs, like, I'm supposed to be in finance, I'm supposed to be doing, the more technical part, and, like, trying to figure out what I actually wanted to do, and just all the people from UW who has changed how I looked at, I guess, life in general, and just changed the trajectory of my life. Like, now I'm doing something completely different, and truly, like, UW wasn't just a place where, we were doing scholarly research, but it was a place where we could be doing something greater than ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of changed how I acted and what I do now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also think that's interesting because it's proof that like this doesn't have to be like the end all be all of like this essay has to be representative or whatever you do, like the video or the portfolio or whatever. Like it does not have to be like conclusively this is who you are in 500 words or less. Like it's part of the journey.
Yeah.
Like it's part of, like it can help crystallize some things for you, but you don't have to have an answer or like a specific goal.
Mm-hmm.
You can grow as a person. That's part of what this is capturing and representing that growth and how UW has been a part of that.
Yeah.
For me, I just really reflected a lot. So from when I first transferred here as a junior and where I progressed to senior in my involvement and the people I've met and how that's changed over time. And in my essay, I talked a lot about me growing up in my neighborhood and how living in that part of my life to now in that comparison to who I am now with the experience that I've gained from being in student leadership and involvement. It doesn't even have to be like truly leadership and involvement on campus. It could be you getting a great grade on an essay that you never thought you were going to write.
I know it says like ways you've demonstrated leadership, and that sounds maybe like intimidating, but it really can be like even the smallest things. Like that's kind of what this is all about, is like small things that end up having like bigger
Big
impacts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if you're thinking, oh, it's too small or stupid or didn't matter in this one thing, like no, it really could.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it really mattered to you, then it probably mattered to somebody else, or it was probably significant enough to write about. Pick a theme.
Just looking off my essay again, I really just had my main focus around my experience as a first generation college student, being a low income background, coming from a family of immigrants, and just my journey through college and my growth from there. I just reflected
Yeah.
a lot.
The progress and the change is a huge thing to showcase,
Yeah.
I believe, and kind of painting a story, because we all know like essays can just be long essays, and they don't, if you can have them imagine and actually see your story, I think that's more powerful.
With all the themes and the prompts and the questions, if you're finding them overwhelming or confusing, or you can't narrow it down, talking it through with somebody verbally, just being like, I was thinking this and this and this, and it can be a good way of narrowing it down and crystallizing what it was.
Really, yeah, I
yeah,
agree
what it
with
meant
that,
to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.